Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of an idea, sort of, in a way. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there is a bird, a make-believe bird, not a real bird, but anyway, a bird called a phoenix. Now when the phoenix cannot go on with life anymore, it burns up and it turns into ashes. But then out of those ashes, it becomes a phoenix again, and it grows up and it goes through life. And I kind of wanted to go through a little bit of that idea today, because something that I've recognized in my own life is that I've felt multiple times like I cannot go on anymore. I'm done. I don't have any more left in me to be able to push forward at all. And I feel like I just burn up and I turn into ashes. I'm dead. There's nothing left in me. There's nothing there. But then what I found is from those ashes, from that feeling of I can't move on anymore, God does incredible things and helps me to grow in ways that I never thought possible. And I come out of the ashes stronger than I was before, because God allowed me to grow through those really difficult moments and those moments when I felt like I had nothing left in me. And I think sometimes we get to that point, not sometimes, at least for me, it's almost all the time. I get to this point where I just can't. And I tend to I get very anxious when I get to that point. And I start thinking like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna keep pushing forward? I have to be able to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I cannot be weak. I cannot die. I cannot die. Not actually like die, but like I can't not do what I'm trying to do. It's not possible because I have to be strong. But what I don't remember is how God has brought me out of those ashes every single time. One of the biggest places where he brought me out of those ashes is what I've talked to you guys a little bit about before, which is the major depression that I had my freshman year of high school, where I thought I couldn't go on anymore and I was literally done with life. And then God brought me out of those ashes and helped me to grow and grow stronger in ways that I never thought was possible. But he did it. And it was absolutely incredible. And seeing where he took me, sometimes it's hard to realize that that actually happened because I'm so far away from where I was at that point. So I want to ask you guys a question today. I don't think I've really actually done that before, but I want to do that today. I want to ask you guys a question and let you guys think about it. Where are you in ashes? Let me explain that question a little bit. So quite often we get to this point, like I said, where we feel like we're done with life, or we're done with this situation and we feel like we have absolutely nothing left in us to be able to push forward. And that's where I feel like we are in ashes. We're done, we have nothing left, no strength. We feel like we're just dead in that part of us. So where are you in ashes? What part of your life is too hard? In what part of your life can you not push forward? In what part of your life are you at a point where you have nothing left to give? Now let yourself be in ashes in that point. See, I didn't want to let myself get to that point. I didn't want to let myself be weak. So then I would say, no, I'm going to do this by myself and I'm just going to keep pushing forward and keep pushing forward and keep pushing forward. But all the while, I was keeping myself from growing because I wasn't letting God take my weakest moments and grow them. See, it's when we are at our weakest, when we are in ashes, that God can really allow us to grow the most. My weakest moments have been where God has shown me where I need to go, what I need to do. Those are the moments when God has grown me in more ways and in stronger ways than any other time has been when I've been in ashes. So let yourself be in ashes for the moment. Let yourself get to a point, well, let me rephrase that. Let yourself be weak. And I know I've talked about this a little bit before, but when you do get to that point where you're allowing yourself to be weak, then at that point, allow God to be your strength. It's not good to let ourselves be weak and then just say, well, I'm weak and there's nothing that anybody else can do about it, so I'm just going to stay here and not grow at all. That's what we should not be doing. What we should be doing, however, is letting ourselves be weak because we are, but then saying, okay, yes, I'm weak, but God is strong. Yes, I'm weak, but God can grow me from here. Yes, I'm going to allow myself to say, God, I'm too weak to keep going. But I'm not going to sit there. Instead, I'm going to say, God, I'm too weak to keep going by myself. So please, God, be my strength in this time when I have no strength left to give. We need to allow ourselves to admit our weakness to God and then say, okay, God, I'm weak. Now do your thing in me, because I can't. Give me the strength that I need, that I don't have. It's more than just being humble enough to say that I don't have the strength to do it. It's being humble enough to say that I don't have the strength to do it, and then being even more humble and saying, I will accept the help that you want to give me, God. That is sometimes the hardest part for me. I don't like having to accept help from people. I hate it. But there are moments when I have to. There are moments when I have no other choice. And there are moments where I should. See, there are some times when if I really try hard enough, sure, I can keep going. But it's not necessarily healthy for me to try to keep going on my own. There are moments when I'm pushing so hard to get to where I think I need to go, but I'm doing it by myself. And in those moments, I tend to get really sick. My body just decides, I'm going to tell you when enough is enough, and I'm just going to make you get sick so that you have to rest. That happens to me quite a bit, unfortunately, because apparently I never learn. But I'm finally understanding that I have to stop pushing myself to do it by myself and allow God to help me do it, whatever that it is. So where are you in ashes? And are you willing to let God know, even though he already knows, tell him that you are not strong enough, and then allow him to help you and allow him to be your strength? Are you willing to let down your guard enough to allow him to be in you and growing you and helping you push forward? Like I said, that's one of the hardest things for me to do, but whenever I actually do that, man, God works in some incredible ways, guys. So, let's work together on this. Let's all decide, I'm going to find that one place this week, one place where I know that I'm either in ashes or very close to being in ashes. And then I'm going to let God know. And sometimes that also means letting other people know. This week I was at a women's Bible study, and something that we did was we actually said, okay, this is a place, not surface level, deeper than surface level, that I am really struggling and I need prayer and I need encouragement in this area of my life that I don't typically share with others. Guys, it was so encouraging to be able to actually speak those places out loud to people. So sometimes it means being willing to tell other people what we're going through. God works in people. It's amazing what God can do through people. So when we're telling God what it is that we're struggling with and telling him that, hey, I can't do this anymore, I'm not strong enough to do this on my own and I need your help, it may be that he will bring a person into your life or people into your life who are going to help you, but we have to be open to that. We have to be open to saying, God, however it is that you want to help me, I'm willing to accept that help. Whether that's just him giving you some insane peace that you never knew was possible in the midst of a crazy situation, or maybe that's through a physical or mental or emotional healing, or maybe it's through people coming into your life and being willing to sit with you in those moments of being in ashes and willing to help you grow. Whatever it is, are you willing to let God help you? I think I'm finally at a place where I can say, okay, I'm willing. It's difficult and I may have to remind myself over and over and over again to let go and allow God to help me. But I can't do it on my own anymore, and I know that. And so I want to let God help me in whatever way. And right now, he's been helping me, oh my goodness, so much through people. Like I said, the women's Bible study, those girls have been incredible. Just allowing me to be myself, but also allowing me to bring my hurts and my struggles and sitting in them with me. But also friends who have been around me, who have been willing to let me cry, who have been willing to speak truth into me and into my situations, and who are willing to push me to do better in everything and to grow in everything. Those people have been tremendous helps, and I know that they are godsends. So where is it that you are in ashes? And are you willing to let God help you grow into something even more beautiful and even stronger in whatever way he decides? I hope that answer is yes, because let me tell you guys, when he starts working, you know, and it is incredible. If you guys are willing to do that, tell somebody, because that gives us accountability, which is so important, I've been finding. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys have a great week, and I'll be praying for you guys as you watch that you'll be able to take that moment and say, yeah, I'm in ashes in this place, but I'm willing, God, to let you help me. I'll see you guys next week.